Well, hello. We are back once again with another live episode, or live show, making it 3 this week, folks. And today, we're going to be taking a look at match day number 1 out in the Champions League. And I got my predictions coming at you next. O-B-D. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we'll take a look at match day number 1 out in the old Champions League, boys and girls. I have been talking about the Champions League for a few days now. Maybe bring up the chat here to see what's going on. So let's get cracking. We have a lot to cover because we're going to try and do a little bit more than I initially planned. So let's jump into it. So if you are here live on the show, hello, welcome to the Madhouse. And we're going to take a look. First and foremost, a quick reminder. Hello again, Liam Martin, first in the house. Just a quick reminder of who is in these groups. So we'll take a look at them in a second. Hello to Harley Bardot. Hello to Mamadou Diallo. So we have a couple of boys here. So let's have a look. Quick refresh of the older groups in the Champions League this year. In Group A, we have Club Brugge coming out of Belgium. Galatasaray are in there from Turkey. Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid make a very, very spicy looking Group A. Into Group B, we have Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern München, they are probably one of the favourites for this group. Red Star Belgrade are in here. I know it says Cervena, but that's their real name. Olympiakos are in there. And, of course, the finalists from last year, Tottenham Hotspur, they're in there as well. So, yep, hello for all you guys joining. Big hello to you all. Into Group C, we have Atalanta, Dinamo Zagreb, Manchester City, and Shakhtar Donetsk. So that makes up a Group C. Into Group D, you have Atlético Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, there they are, Juventus and Lokomotiv Moscow coming at you from Russia. I will catch up to date with the chat in a second. I'm just trying to load up a page here on my browser. Meanwhile, over into Group E, we have KRC Genk. Liverpool, obviously the champions, they're in here. Napoli from Italy and Radensport Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg, that's what it is. Into Group F, we have Barcelona and Dortmund. Yes, those are the faces on the old thumbnail. They'll be locking horns in match day 1. What a tasty one we got there. Inter Milan as well in this group, and Slavia Prague. Group of death, perhaps. Into Group G, we'll take a look at them. Olympique Lyon, Red Radensport, Leipzig, Benfica, Zenit St. Petersburg make up a little lackluster Group G. And then wrapping it up, it is Group H. Ajax, obviously semi-finalists last year. Chelsea, Europa League winners, Lille and Valencia. And hello to everybody who's here in the chat skis. So welcome aboard the Madhouse. And that is, we're going to take a look at the Champions League match day 1. So these games are ones that are going to be taking place next weekend, which will be, or next week, sure I say, which will be like the 17th and 18th, or the 16th and 17th of September. I'm trying to see here. 17th and 18th. So let's get going. First of all, before we take a look at my predictions, I did, throughout the past week and a bit, I've been doing a group every single day, and I've had you guys put your comments in down the bottom. So let's take a look at some of you guys, what you think will happen in these groups coming at you. So this is Group A. I'm going to scatter bomb through this. James Rigby's gone for the PSG and Real Madrid to go through, Galatasaray to go through the knockouts. Seems to be a familiar sort of pattern here. PSG from Blue Flash, Real Madrid, Galatasaray. The football nerds going PSG and Real Madrid to go through. Son David's going Real Madrid and PSG. Any surprises in amongst that cluster there? Nathan Heaver's going Galatasaray second, Real Madrid fourth. He's got quite a good response as well. A lot of thumbs up for that bad boy. Anonymous PLC's going PSG. And he also thinks Galatasaray was squeezing. So a couple little sneaky bad boys in there. For me, I'm actually going with PSG and Real Madrid. First and second, Galatasaray and third. That's my overall early knee-jerk reaction to the predictions. Over into Group B. We've got, difficult group here. The majority of folks going with Spurs and Bayern to go through first and second. I've gone Bayern first, Spurs in second. Any other surprises in here? This guy here, Nikos Kalifikakos, has gone for Bayern and Olympiakos to go through. I think he might be a little bit biased with his name. So that's bad, boys. You guys still with me on the chat? Because it's looking a little bit interesting over there. Over into Group C, we have obviously Manchester City. Is it their year this year? So it looks like this is quite an easy group for them when you look at it. A lot of people, I think everybody Everybody's gone Manchester City on this one. Atalanta, second spot on this one as well. Looks like a given. Maybe a couple people look going for Shakhtar. Nope. No. Yeah, well, this guy here, Son Davies, gone for Dinamo Zagreb. What else have I got going on into group? What have we got here? D. Juventus. Oh, this is also quite a spicy looking group as well. Juventus seem to be one of the favourites to win it, this group anyway. Atlético Madrid second. Any other one going for anything different? I'm actually on Juventus number 1, Atlético Madrid number 2. Into Group E. We're getting there, folks. Liverpool, Napoli seem to be the red-hot favourites in here. Looks like Salzburg and Genk will be duking it out for the Europa League spot. I don't think anyone else has gone anything different, either one of those two teams. Over into Group F now. This is the spicy group of death. Barcelona, Dortmund seems to be the majority of the favourites. A couple of people going Inter to upset the odds. But all in all, I've gone for Barcelona and Dortmund as well. We'll get to the individual games in a second where you can all jump in with your predictions. We'll take a little look at them. Group, what's this one now? Group G. This one's wide open, I think. I've gone Lyon and Leipzig on this one. The majority of folks seem to think Lyon will go through. But it is pretty much wide open. And again, you can check all these videos out yourself on the channel. And you can have a little comment and say, you know what, you guys are completely wrong. And then this is the last one, Group H, which only went online yesterday. And the majority of folks seen Ajax going through. Maybe Chelsea. A couple of people going for Valencia as well. But here we are. This is what we're all about, boys. And this is where you guys can jump in as well for match day number 1 in the Champions League. So what I'll do is I'll go through these ones while I'll have you right here, your attention right here, right now. Get your predictions in for the Brugge Galatasaray one and stand by for the PSG Real Madrid one. So we're going to cover that one first. I'll give you the odds from the bookmakers, what they think. I'll give you my prediction, and then obviously I'll read out what you guys have done in the comment section. So get ready. I'm not going to start until you guys have given me one prediction, so I know that it's happening. So make sure you give me one prediction. Somebody give me a Brugge Galatasaray prediction, and then we'll kick on. If not, then I'm just going to go. Let's go then. Let's go. Doesn't look like anyone's rocking and rolling. Okay, so Brugge up against Galatasaray. Now, this is over in Group A, obviously kicking it all off. Brugge against Galatasaray, taking place on the 18th of September. We have a couple of predictions. They're rolling in. That's what I like to see. So, difficult one. I think Galatasaray at home should be one of the, should be a dark horse and they should be messed with, any old opposition. So Galatasaray at home, difficult. Away from home, it is wide open. The bookmakers see this as well. 19 to 20, Club Brugge are the favourites to beat Galatasaray on this 18th of September. 29 to 10, Galatasaray away from home. 12 to 5 is the draw. Thank you, Lionel Neal. I graciously appreciate that little comment there. Paul McGatchy's going with a 2-1 win for Brugge. Harley Bardot's going with a 2-2 draw. Mamadou Diallo's going with a 2-1 for Brugge as well. Gabriel Hernandez going all straight down the middle with a 2-2 draw. LG and Cow's also going with the Belgians. Jaden Gengar, hello to you, sir. 1-1 draw. Football Plants going with a 2-1 win for Brugge. Football Cricket 1-1 draw. Wolf Fox going with a 2-1 win. Keaton Zamerli is going with a 2-1 win for Galatasaray. Finally, somebody goes to Galatasaray. And Rare Grind beats Galatasaray. Could draw, but they won't win. How good Blackburn support? Blackburn away for me. Yes, Charlie. Unfortunately, we're not talking about Blackburn today. Well, we are a little bit. We always will, but it is Champions League. One day we'll be here. So the majority of folks going with Brugge. I am in the majority, folks. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Brugge. Give themselves a good start to their life in the Champions League this year. Lionel Neal straight in there with a 3-0 win as well. Moving over, folks. Get your PSG predictions in. Big one, this one. I might have underestimated this one, really. PSG up against Real Madrid. Another game of the round here. Obviously, Dortmund up against Barcelona, also a very, very spicy game. Fortunately for you third-party fans who like just to watch a good game, you're spoiled for choice this weekend, or this match day. You can watch on Tuesday Dortmund versus Barcelona or Napoli versus Liverpool. And then on the Wednesday, you can watch PSG versus Real Madrid, and then Atlético Madrid against Juventus. So many kick-ass games to go for. We got the first prediction in the house. Best dubs. Thank you, sir. We'll get to you in a second. So the bookmakers do see this going in favour. This game also takes place on the 18th. 23 to 20, Paris Saint-Germain are favourites to win this one. 21 to 10, Real Madrid to go all out. 27 to 10, the draw. What does this boy say? Well, yeah. Everybody subscribing like, yes, Michael Jackson, indeed. Lionel Nell was the first in the house with a 2-1 win for Real Madrid away from home. LG and Cows going the other way, 2-1 win for PSG. Mamadou Diallo cannot separate the two sides. He's going straight down the middle, 2-2. Keaton Zamerle is going with a 5-goal thriller, goals galore, 3-2 victory. Will PSG have Mbappe? Good question. Harley Bardot with a 3-2 victory as well, goals galore for PSG. Football Planet's going with PSG as well with a 2-1 win. SLB, I guess that's Benfica. John Alves is going with a 3-2 victory for PSG. Jaden the Gengar's going PSG as well. Rare Grimes Beats has gone for PSG. Pablo Martinez can't separate the two sides. 1-1 down the middle. Graham Jr. Mark, PSG with a 2-1 win. Football Cricket's gone 7 goals in it. That would be an absolute barnstormer. 4-3 victory for PSG. R3 SKI, 4 goals in his prediction, 3-1. Blue Flash, 2-1 victory for Real Madrid. Gabriel Hernandez, 3-1 with Mbappe, 1-1 draw without. So we can't separate it. I'm actually going with a 3-1 win as well for PSG. Home form will be massive for all these clubs as they try to get out of the group stages and into the knockout stages, boys. It's a Group B now, and it is Olympiakos taking on Tottenham Hotspur, obviously last year's finalists. Best Dubs squeezes in them with a 3-1 win for PSG. But yes, Group B now, again, taking place on, I believe, the 18th, which is Wednesday. So Greek giants Olympiakos up against the last season's finalists, Tottenham Hotspur, who've started Premier League life a little bit rough this season. Get your predictions in for that bad boy. This looks like an earlier kickoff on this bad boy. The bookmakers go 17-5 for Olympiakos, 17-20 for Tottenham, who are favourites to win this game away from home. 12-5 the draw. When you look at the other teams in this group, you would expect Bayern and Tottenham to go through. Red Star Belgrade for me are quite a dark horse in this one. But this is, if Spurs were to pick up a win here, it'll be a massive boost for them mentally. Getting any points away from home would be massive. The predictions are flying in here. LG and Cow has gone with a 1-0 win for Spurs. Keaton Zamali's also gone Spurs as well, 3-1 away win. Football Planet's gone with a draw, as has Paul McGatchie with a 0-0 draw. Mamadou Diallo's also gone with Spurs with a 2-1 win. Harley Bardot joins him, and he's a Spurs fan. 2-1 victory as well. Jaden the Gengar joins the 2-1 gang for Spurs. Lionel Neal with a 1-1 draw. Best Dubs going with a 2-1 win as well for Spurs. Football Cricket going with 3-1 Spurs. R3 SK going with a 2-0 for the Spudlings. Graham Jr. has gone 3-0 as well for Spurs. And Gabriel Hernandez going against the grain with a 2-1 win for Olympiakos. I did say Spurs are favourite with the bookies. I'm joining the 2-1 gang, guys. I'm with you. Just want to grab your attention again before we plough on to the next one. Please make sure you still get your... I know you're predicting live here on the channel, which makes it really good, interactive, and we can all communicate with each other. But get your predictions in a bundle as well in the comment section down below. So then when we come back around, we can take a little look at them and see who did well prediction-wise compared to us. Next up, we have Bayern up against Red Star Belgrade, coming out of Serbia. These bad boys, former European juggernauts, Red Star Belgrade. They've not been there for a little bit, for a while. A couple of late predictions for the last one. John Alves going with a 6-goal thriller for Spurs. Mert with 66 with a 2-1 win for Spurs, and Best Dubs 3-1 with the Spurs. So yeah, get your Bayern Red Star predictions in the house. Now the bookmakers going on this one. This is a later kickoff, I think. Over injury 20-1 on for Bayern. Absolutely red hot favourites here. 40-1 long shots Red Star Belgrade. 11-1 the draw. So put your money on a draw or an away win, and you're going to make a bit of cash should they come through. Bayern should really be the powerhouse within this group. I think the games against Spurs will be massive to see who's going to be coming out of as group winners and who will come out as runner-up. Yeah, but they've got to get the points on the board first, and Spurs have started the season, Premier League season, a little bit wonky, so they might struggle. So the predictions are coming through, nice and crazy. Lionel Neal's going with a 6-0 victory for Bayern. Football Planet's going with a 1-1 draw. He is a Red Star Belgrade fan in the house. Yep. Keaton Zamerle's going with a 5-0 win for Bayern. So a lot of big scorelines in here. Mert 66 going 3-0 for Bayern. Paul McGatchie's going with a 2-0 win for Bayern. Catch him on the counter-attack. That's kind of like a Rovers style. Harley Bardo, 4-0 Bayern. Mert 66, sticking with this 3-0. Schmoozer's going with a 3-1 win for Bayern. LG and Cal's gone big, 4-0 as well for Bayern. Jaden the Gengar, 5-1 stonking for Bayern. So Red Star to score a goal. R3 SKI with a 4-1 victory for Bayern. Gabriel Hernandez, 3-0 for Bayern. Mamadou Diallo, 3-0 for the Bundesliga bad boys. SLB John Alves, 4-0 as well. Football Cricket going with Bayern with a 3-0. Salvation HD, 4-0. Graham Jr. Mark, 3-1 victory as well for Bayern. Best Stubs 4-2 for Bayern. Yes, Michael Jackson. I'm gonna have to pay you for your little promotion stuff here, man. Big appreciation. Keep them coming. Go watch the other videos. Get your comments in. That kind of stuff. For me, I'm actually going with a 3-0. I'm joining the big bad boy scoring here. 3-0 win for Bayern in the house. Again, that's late kickoff on the Wednesday. Meanwhile, over into what we got now. Group C. We're flying through these. Not really. We're taking our sweet time on these bad boys. So Group C is Shakhtar Donetsk up against Manchester City. Get yourselves your predictions in the old comment section, or in the chat section, should I say, right here, right now. Bookmakers. Realistically, this is one of them heavy, lopsided bad boys. Man City, 3-10 on to win this one away from home. Shakhtar Donetsk 17-2 to win it at home over in Ukraine. 9-2 the draw. What you got for me in the house is we're still waiting to see what's going on in the comment section. So Manchester City, when you look at who else have they got in their group? They've got Atalanta. Yeah, it is a stone cold win for Manchester City. This group should be a piece of piddle. They could even play some of the reserves. They've got such a humongous squad with immense talent. Some predictions starting to come in. Keaton Zermelo is going 3-2 victory for City. Paul McGashy's gone 4-0 for the Premier League winners. LG and Cal's gone big 5-1 victory for Man City as well. Best Dubs going 4 or 5. Can't make his mind up. Shakhtar Donetsk. Yes, Shakhtar Donetsk. Where I've lost it. Where are you? Mamadou Diallo's going with a 4-2 win for City away from home. Football Planets, just a 2-0 win for Manchester City. Graham Mark Jr., I'm going with that. 4-1 win for City. Harley Bardot's going with a 2-0 win for the Premier League winners. Gabriel Hernandez, 2-1 as well. Anyone going for Donetsk? Lionel Nell, 3-1 victory for City. Jaden the Gengar, 3-1 as well. R3 SK and I, 3-1 as well. I'm allowing these bad boys. 1-0 victory. I just saw who went with a 1-0 win. John Alves with a 1-0. Mert 66 3-0. Football Cricket 4-1. And I am going with just a 2-1 for me. Squeaky bum win. It won't be an impressive one. It's a nervous start. Obviously, once the wheels are in motion, Manchester City will start plowing through these teams, including Atalanta. And the last one here, Best Dub squeezes in with a 3-1 victory for Manchester City away from home. Into the same group now. This is still Group C, and it's Dinamo Zagreb up against Atalanta. Zagreb coming out of Croatia, Atalanta coming out of Syria, who surprised us all last season with their finish in Italian's top division. Get your predictions in the house. The bookmakers go with on this one 27-10 for Zagreb at home, 21-20 for Atalanta away. So the bookmakers are going with Atalanta on this one. The draw 23-10 as well. So very, very fine margins between a home win and away win and a draw. So it's a difficult one, this one. Obviously, Dinamo Zagreb back in the day could be a very difficult opposition, especially at home. Atalanta, for me, are an unknown beast, an unknown entity, especially away from home. So I'm losing you guys are getting your predictions in nice and early. That's good to see. I nearly revealed mine. Lionel Nell's going with a 3-1 victory for Zagreb. Mamadou Diallo's going 2-2 draw. Gabriel Hernandez also with a draw with a 1-1 for him. LG and Cal with a 3-1 victory as well. Promise Fabian's back in the house. Paul McGatchy with a 2-0 win for Zagreb. John Alves with a 3-3 draw. Keaton Zermelo 2-2 draw. Jason Coe's gone a big 7-0 win for Atalanta. Football Planet's gone with a 2-1 win for Atalanta as well. Best Dubs 5-goal thriller goals galore. 3-2 win for Atalanta. R3 SKI's gone with a 1-0 win for Atalanta. Jaden the Gengar 2-0 for Atalanta. Promise Fabian's 2-1 victory. Not too sure who he's with, but we'll just go with Zagreb. Yeah, surprise us all. Football Cricket with a 2-1 win for Atalanta. And Graham Jr. Mark, 2-1 win for Dinamo. And Harley Bardot has also got Dinamo, 3-1 win as well. So I'm actually joining the 2-0. I'm going Zagreb, surprisingly, Woo! So again, if you are a familiar viewer on the channel, you'll realise that the majority, in fact, all of these predictions are the same of my very first predictions in my early door reactions, because nothing has really changed to sway my opinion. So if you're a regular viewer, you might be able to spot that. But after this, it changes. Matchday 2 will change my likely prediction. So next up, we have Group D, and it's Atletico Madrid and Juventus. Another difficult one we got here. These games also take place on the Wednesday, the 18th. So these are the second batch of games as well. So get your predictions in for Atletico Madrid against Juventus. Difficult. This is you'd expect both of those two teams to go through, but Leverkusen could cause some problems as well in this group. And traveling to Moscow is a difficult thing for each and every club, except unless you are in Russia. It might not be that difficult. But if you're playing games on a Wednesday and then playing games on a Saturday or a Sunday, a lot of travelling to go. But fortunately for Bayern, they are taking them on at home. We'll talk about that in a minute. Atletico Madrid against Juventus, kicking it all off. We'll look at the bookmakers are going with on this one. 13-8, Atletico Madrid favourites to beat Juventus this weekend. No, they're not. Juventus are actually favourites to win this one. 15-8. 2-1 the draw, straight down the middle. Predictions are coming in, and they're moving quite nicely. Best Stubbs has gone with a 5-goal thriller on this one. 3-2 victory for Juve away from him. Lionel Neal's gone for Atletico Madrid with a 1-0 win. R3SKI has gone with a 1-1 draw. So has Harley Bardot. Mamadou Diallo's joined the 1-1 gang as well. Paul Magachi with a 3-1 win for Atletico Madrid. Pepe Hacks has gone 2-1 Juventus. Football Planet's gone 1-0 win for Atletico over Juve. Graham Mark Jr. Can't make up my mind. 2-1 win for Atletico Madrid. LG and Cal's gone with Juventus. 2-1 win. Gabriel Hernandez has gone with left. It's everybody. Everybody's flip-flopping around. Baseman and Basket's gone with a 2-1 win for Juventus. Jaden Gengar with a 2-2 draw. Mertz 66 joins in with a 2-2 draw. Keaton Zmerle's gone with a 3-2 win for Juve. Rare Grind Beatsko gives them the other way 3-2 victory. Football Cricket with a 2-2 draw, as does SLB John Alves. Prostanknikos Dopretivos. It's gone with a 2-0 win for Atletico. Baseman Basket, you've already been there. 2-1 win for Juve. Promise Fabian with a 2-1 win for Atletico. Lord Troldemort, hello sir, and Best Dubs. Cannot make his mind up. 3 or 2-1 for Madrid. Now, while I reveal mine, I'm going to tell you now, get your predictions in for the Bayer Leverkusen Lokomotiv Moscow game while I reveal mine. So my one for this one is, I'm actually going with a 2-1 win for Atletico on this bad boy, giving them a home win. There's not many away wins. I've actually gone from the first batch of fixtures. Looks like I've only got 2 so far. Maybe I'll have a surprise for you in a minute with Bayer Leverkusen up against the Lokomotiv Moscow. So going with Atletico to take over the first win against the bookmakers' visions and against a lot of you guys in the chat. So we will have to go and see. So the first prediction is in the house and is for Bayer Leverkusen against Lokomotiv Moscow. This is realistically probably the battle for third spot, but get yourself off to a flyer in this game by Leverkusen or Lokomotiv Moscow, and you got yourself a chance. If Lokomotiv pick up a point away from home or more, then they are likely to cause some problems to the other bad boys. So the bookmakers have this one. Again, this is taking place on the Wednesday. 20-7 on for Leverkusen, red hot favourites to win it. 17-2 the draw, 17-2 the away win, and 15-4 right down the middle. We do have some predictions coming in. Yeah, Lionel Neal as a German. Hello, guten Tag. 3-1 victory for Bayern, so good one there. Jaden Gengar is also going with Leverkusen as well, as does LG and Cal. Same scoreline as well. Paul Magachi's going 4-1 victory for Leverkusen. Gabriel Hernandez going with a 3-1. Harley Bardot joins the 3-0 gang, as does Football Planet. 3-0 victory for Bayer Leverkusen. R3SKI goes with a 2-0 victory for Leverkusen. Mamadou Diallo is going for Moscow, 3-1 victory away from home. Best Stubbs, 2-1 victory for Bayer Leverkusen. Lord Troldemort cannot separate the two sides. He's going with a 1-1 draw. Keaton Zamales with a 2-1 for Bayer Leverkusen. Football Cricket with a 3-3 draw. Liam Martin is here. He says hello. For me, I'm actually going with, I'm actually playing a big one here with a 3-0 spanking Leverkusen with Leon Bailey in the mix. They've started the Bundesliga campaign in okay form. I think they're in the top 5 or 6, so they could be in contention. A couple of late ones here for you. 2-1 win for by Promise Fabian for Bayer, and Basement Basket with a 3-1 victory for Bayer as well. And yes, once again, go check out my social media. I haven't got Instagram, but Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Yes, well done, Michael Jackson. Okay, so let's moving on to the games that are taking place on the Tuesday. Now, these ones are coming at you quick and fast. So let's take a look at these bad boys. So group, what do we have now? Group D. It is Napoli up against Liverpool. One of the games of the week, this bad boy. Obviously, Liverpool are Premier League, leading the Premier League as it stands, but they are the current European champions, boys and girls. So make sure you, so this one's got a bit of spice to it. Obviously, Napoli, doing okay in Serie A, and they're always forever runners-up at the moment. For always Cinderella, never the bride. Coming at you now, the bookmakers' odds on this one. We have to scroll up a little bit. 2-1. Napoli are... they are actually underdogs to win at home. 5-4 for victory for Liverpool away from home. 13-5 the draw. So the bookmakers are siding with Liverpool to win this game. And we have a lot of predictions in the house. And let's get taking a look at it. Gaming with our late prediction, a 2-1 win for Bayern Leverkusen. Let's get going. Hello, Mariara Clark-Ivan. Lionel Neal's going with a 3-2 victory for Napoli. Paul Magachi's going for that Napoli victory as well. Football Planet with a 1-1 draw. Prostanikos Deportivos getting better. 2-2 draw straight down the middle. Best Dubs with a 3-1 victory for the European champions Liverpool away from home. Gabriel Hernandez cannot separate the two sides. 2-2 draw. I've lost you. R3 SKI is also going with a 2-2 draw. Jaden the Gengar with a 2-0 win for Napoli. LG and Cal's going with Napoli as well with a 1-0 win. Mamadou Diallo is going with a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. Keaton Zamoli with a 2-0 win for Liverpool as well. Liam Martin, 2-1 win for Napoli. He's a United fan. He just wants everyone to know. Graham Mark Jr. with a 2-1 win for LFC. Football Cricket with a 2-1 win for Napoli. And a 1-0 win for Greg Grime Beats. 2-1 win for Lord Shortmore for Liverpool. 2-2 draw for Promise Fabian. 2-1 win for Liverpool by Delian Köln. Gaming with Al with a 2-1 win for Liverpool. 2-2 draw for John Alves and a 6-goal thriller, best dubs. 4-2 in the end. Europa League, I don't do them live. I'm going to pre-record them. They'll be on the channel tomorrow. Jack Ryan with a squeaky 3-0 win for Liverpool. I'm actually going with one more draw, folks. Actually, I was going to change my mind and go with Napoli, but prediction's already in the house. It's locked and loaded. 1-1 draw. Napoli to take it. No, they won't. It'll be a draw. Points split right down the middle. A valuable point for Liverpool away from home. If they can maintain an unbeaten record away from home, they'll go far once again. Moving on to the second game in this group, again taking place on the Tuesday, same time as this one. It is the battle for the bronze. It is Radensport or Red Bull Salzburg up against Belgium's finest. KRC, not KFC, but KRC Genk. These games taking place on the Tuesday. They'll both get your predictions in the house for this one. Probably one of the most boring games in the Champions League. No, not really. But yes. Salzburg taking on Genk. 13-20 the odds for Salzburg. They are red-hot favourites to win at home. 19-5 the away win for Genk. 3-1 the draw. And that is 3-1. Yes. So what we got in the house for predictions-wise? We have a few of them already. So take a look. LG and Cal first out of the blocks. Salzburg with a 2-0 win. Best Dubs with a 2-2 draw. Can't separate the two sides. Football Planet with a 2-0 win for Salzburg. R3 and SK and I is going with a 2-1 victory for Salzburg as well. Lord Chaudemort's going with Salzburg 3-0. Paul Magachi, 6 goals in it. 4-2 victory for Salzburg. Mamadou Diallo's gone the other way with his 6-goal thriller. 4-2 win for Genk. Lionel Nails with 7 goals in his game. 4-3 victory for the Austrians. Gabriel Hernandez, a lot of goals, people predicting a lot of goals here. Gabriel Hernandez with a 6-goal thriller, 4-2. Zermerli on the flip side is going or board draw, 0-0. John Alves with a 2-0 win for Salzburg. Jaden the Gengar has gone with a 1-0 win for the Belgians. Best Dubs, 2-1 for Salzburg. Football Cricket's gone 1-0 for the Austrians as well. Prostanikos Deportivos gone with a Salzburg victory. He hasn't really specified the scoreline. Liam Martins with a 2-0 win. Gaming with Al has gone with a 3-1 win for Red Bull. Dilian Köln's 3-1 as well for Salzburg. Promise Fabian with a 2-0. Prostanikos Deportivos now has his scoreline in the house. 2-1 win. And Craig YouTube YT gone. His Liverpool predictions is now locked and loaded. Mohamed Youssef 6-goal thriller, 4-2 for Salzburg. Liam Martin 2-0 for Salzburg. A lot of you guys predicting a lot of goals in this game, which would make it a very lively encounter. So I'm actually going with a 2-0 win. Clean sheet for Salzburg. Home win, massive, and they'll be up and running. And they will be top of the pops in this group after the match day 1, if my predictions were to come true. So let's take a look now into group. What are we at? Group F. Is that correct? Group F, yes. It is the thumbnail. It is Barcelona against Dortmund over in Germany. We'll talk about that in a match in a second. But before then, it is Inter Milan up against Slavia Prague over in the San Siro. in Italy. So Serie A Giants, are they under new management? I think they're under new management this time around. Up against Czech Republic's finest as well. Back in the 90s, I think Slavia Prague were one of the ever presents in the Champions League or the Europa League or European League back in the day. So they're here once again to cause some problems. But this first game is over in Italy. So let's take a look at the odds while you guys get your predictions in the house. So this game also taking place on Tuesday, an earlier kickoff, 32 to 100 for Inter Milan, 17 to 2 the away odds for the Czech team, 4 to 1 the draw. Now, what have you guys got? The predictions are locked and loaded. Loads of them to take a look at. Liam Martin first at the blocks with a 4-0 win for Inter Milan. Best Dubs with a 3-0 victory for Inter. Lord Troldemort's gone 7 goals in it, 6-1 win for Inter Milan. Mamadou Diallo's 3-0 victory for Inter as well. Anyone going for Slavia? I think we've got a couple of predictions just popping up there. R3 SKNI with a 6-goal thriller, 4-2 victory for Inter. Basement Basket 2-1 victory for Slavia. Dylan Köln's going with a 4-0 victory for the Italian Giants. Gabriel Hernandez 2-0 win as well for Inter Milan. Jadon Ngengar 2-1 win for Inter Milan. What else have we got? Football Planet 2-0 win for Inter. John Alves 3-1 for Inter. LG and Cal 4-0 win. Keaton Zamurle 4-1 win as well. Leon O'Neill with a 5-0 win for Inter Milan. 3-1 victory for Inter for football cricket. For Promise Fabian with a 3-1 win as well. Andrea Jonas with a 5-0 win for Lyon. I think you're ahead of the game, Chief. I think you're ahead of the game. And Gaming with Al with a 4-2 victory for Inter Milan. And 3-1 Best Dubs. Woo! Yes. What have I gone? I've actually gone with a 3-0 victory for Inter Milan. Now get your predictions, folks, in for probably another one of the games of the weekend, or the games of the week, should I say. Dortmund up against Barcelona. Obviously, former winners, multiple winners, Barcelona up against Dortmund as well, who've won it as well back in the day. With Paul Lambert in midfield. So that was a midfield dynamo, you could say. So the bookmakers go with on this one 11-5 for Dortmund, 11-10 for Barcelona away from home. Barcelona are favourites to beat the Germans on their own turf. 11-4 the draw. First prediction is in the house. I can't separate the two sides. For me, this is a difficult one. I think this is Barcelona's most difficult game throughout the group. It's not going to be Dortmund's most difficult game. I think the reverse fixture obviously will be Dortmund's most difficult game. But Dortmund need to win this one, or at least get a point. They cannot lose it. If they lose it, then they could be in trouble of not qualifying for this one. Some predictions are in the house. Let's take a look at you guys, what you think. So first one was Football Planet with a 2-1 win for Barca. Daryl Lenihan's not for sale, Lord Troldemort, not yet anyway. LG and Cal with a 7-goal thriller, 4-3 for Barca. Football Cricket's gone with the Germans, 3-0 as well. Luke Prosser with a 4-1 win for Inter, he's playing catch-up. Charles WBA, 3-3 draw. Keaton Zamale with a 3-1 win for Barca. Dortmund 1, Barcelona 1, R3 SKNI. Basement Basket, 4-1 win for Dortmund. Harley Bardot 1-0 win for Barca. Lord Troldemort, 2-0 win for Dortmund. John Alves with a 2-2 draw. Dylan Köln, a 5-goal thriller with his 3-2 victory for Dortmund. Gabriel Hernandez with a 2-1 win for Dortmund. Mamadou Diallo's gone with Barca with a victory. Jadon Ngengar with a 1-1 draw. Best Dubs, 3-2 victory for Dortmund. Liam Martin's also gone for Barcelona. Where are we? Liam Martin 3-1. Gaming with Al, 3-1 victory for Barcelona. Lionel now with a 4-1 win for Barcelona. Promise Fabian with a 2-1 win. Blessings Taringa with a 3-2 win, and Andrea Jonas is going with a 3-2 win for Barcelona. So it's a bit split, I'd say, the amongst the viewers here. I'm actually going with a 2-1 win for Dortmund to take it. Maybe a lastminute.com winner to give them a boost. And that, I don't think it's. I think this is a free hit for Barcelona. I expect them to win all their home games. It's just what they'll pick up on the road. We're getting to the final stretch now, folks, into Group G, and probably, I think I did see a comment out there, probably the most boring group in the whole Champions League this year. So, Best Dubs squeezing in with a 2-2 draw. Michael Jackson with a 2-1 win for Dortmund as well. So get your predictions in for Olympique Lyon up against Zenit St. Petersburg. Again, this game takes place on the Tuesday, the 17th of September. Early kickoff, I believe. Bookmakers have it 6-4 on for Lyon, 4-1 for Zenit, 14-5 the draw. Get your predictions in the house. This group is wide open. I think it can go either one of four ways. Any one of those boys can win it. So I'm quite curious to see what you guys have got in your predictions here. Obviously, Zenit coming out of Russia, Lyon coming out of France. They've got quite a creative and attacking forward line. So we'll take a look at what you guys think. Some predictions are already in. Football Planet 1-0 win for Lyon. Charles WBA with a 1-0 win for Zenit. Carlton Zemurley 2-1 win for Zenit. Jaden the Gengar 2-0 win for Lyon. Football Cricket's going with a 3-2 win for Lyon. Mamadou Diallo 2-1 win for Lyon as well. Best dubs is going with Lyon victory. Gabriel Hernandez with a Zenit victory. Dylan Köln with a 2-1 win for Lyon. Jean Alves 2-0 for Lyon as well. Gaming with Al's gone 4-0 win for Lyon. Lionel Nell's gone with a 2-1 victory for Olympique Lyon as well. LG and Cal with a 3-0 victory. Liam Martin 2-0 win for Lyon. Promise Fabian's gone with a 2-0 victory for the Frenchies. Holly Bordeaux with going with a 2-1 victory for the Russians. Blessings Travinga with a 3-1 victory for Lyon, boys and girls. Get more predictions in while I'm still talking. Get your predictions in for Benfica Leipzig so they're ready and waiting. Again, I just want to draw your attention again. I love you guys being here live. It makes this much more fun. But please make sure you get your predictions in a cluster in the comment section down below so we can revisit them next week or whenever the match day 2 comes around. And we can take a look at how you guys got on. A couple late predictions in the house. Best dubs 5-0 win for Lyon. Liam Martin 3-0 victory for Lyon. I've actually gone, if you don't know, a 2-1 victory for Lyon, taking them 3 points. But Zenit could be, consider themselves hard done by with the loss. But again, win their home games and they're in the thick of things. A draw away from home and you're laughing. Meanwhile, next up, Benfica up against Leipzig, same day, Tuesday, late kickoff here, coming at you out of Portugal. The bookmakers have it 13-8 in favour of Benfica, 31-10 for Leipzig. 5-2 the draw. What we've got here, some predictions are popping through. This is the chance for any one of these 4 clubs to stake a claim and get into the later stages. And I'd like to see Leipzig get there because I think they've got a very spicy looking, with Timo Werner up top. You got some good players, produced some good players as well. Jaden Gengar straight out of the blocks with a 0-0 draw. R3 SKNI with a 1-0 win for Lyon in the previous one. Mamadou Darlow's gone with a 6-goal throw, 3-3. Harry Maskell gone with a 2-2, and he loves the channel, and I love you guys for sticking around. Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Leipzig as well. LG and Cal with a 3-1 victory. I've scrolling too fast. 3-1 victory for Leipzig. Keaton Zemurley, 3-1 victory for Leipzig. Best dubs goes with 4 goals in it as well, 2-2. John Alves reckons Benfica will win. Dylan Collins says, come on, Rovers. Indeed. Football Cricket with a 1-1 draw. Holly Bordeaux with Benfica victory as well, 3-1. Football Planet with a 1-1 draw. Gaming with Al's going with Leipzig away from home. Yep. Leon Arnell with a Leipzig victory as well. Dylan Cohen with a 2-1 victory for Benfica. Henry Maskell with a 2-2 draw. 2-1 victory for John Alves. Michael Jackson with a 2-0 win for Leipzig. Promise Fabian's gone the other way. 2-0 win for Benfica. Liam Martin 2-1 win for Valencia. He's already ahead of the game, which is good to see. I'll take a look at that one in a minute. Gabriel Hernandez 3-1 victory for Leipzig. Andrew Jonas with a 2-0 win for Benfica. Blessings Travinga 2-1 victory for Leipzig. And Basement Basket with 2-1 win. 2-0 win for Leipzig. 3-1 Mert 66. I am actually joining the 2-0 gang, if there is a 2-0 gang, for Benfica. Promise Fabian's in the 2-0 gang. So we're there. Andreas Jonah as well. Andrea Jonas is in there with a 2-0 as well. So that, again, we'll take a look at what these results will do to the groups in a second. And wrapping it up now, boys. It is Group H. Coming at you, Chelsea up against Valencia. First game. Get your predictions in the house while we tackle it. We'll talk a little bit about it right here, right now. So what have we got? The bookmakers on this one have seen Chelsea 88-100 odds to win this one. 16-5 the away victory for Valencia. So Chelsea are favourites at home under Lampard with the kids. It's Lampard's youngsters. We'll come up with a nickname for that. 12-5 for Chelsea. Get your predictions in. Dylan Kern also loves the channel. Come on, Rovers. Indeed, like to see them in the Premier League and back into the European football once again, eventually. So, yeah, again, this group looks to be, I'd say for the majority, it's a 3-horse race to come out on top on this one. Chelsea obviously come through this by winning the Europa League last time out. Valencia doing their bits in La Liga. Ajax obviously did bits. They've been chipping away at this one since June or July, in the early qualifying campaign, and Lille is here for representing France. Predictions are pumping through, so let's take a look at them. We've already given you the odds, I believe. Mamadou Darlow straight out of the blocks. In fact, I think Liam Martin was in there. 2-1 win for Valencia. Mamadou Darlow's in there with a 4-4 stinking. Well, that'll be a barnstormer. 8-goal thriller. 4-4 straight down the middle. Michael Jackson's gone with a 1-0 win for Chelsea. Football Planet 2-1 victory for the English bad boys. LG and Cal's gone same scoreline. Leon Martin 2-1 for Valencia. Halia Bardo with a 1-1 draw. Gaming without 5-0 win for Chelsea. 2-1 victory for Valencia. R3 SK and I. Lionel Nell with a 3-3 draw. Keaton Zamurli with a 2-2 draw. Best Stubbs with a 3-2 win for Chelsea. Football Cricket with a 3-1. Harry Masker with a 1-1 draw. Dylan Köln with a 2-0 win victory for Valencia. Son David, he's back in the house. 2-1 victory for Chelsea. Promise Fabian with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Blessings Chavinga with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Rare Grime Beats with a 6-goal thriller. 4-2. Andrea Jonas 2-1 win for Valencia. Mert 66 2-0. Maku Nipupuru with a 2-1 victory for Valencia. Carl WBA a 3-0 win for Chelsea. John Alves with a 6-goal thriller, 4-2 in it. 3-2 victory for Valencia for Dylan Cole. And Charles WBA back again, 3-0. Some of you guys are getting in it twice, I swear it. Anyway, I'm going with a 2-0 victory for England's Europa League champions, I should say. 2-0 win for Chelsea. They're up and running. And they are in command of the group, perhaps. Wrapping up the match day number 1, coming at you. Ajax Amsterdam up against Lille over in the Dutch land. Obviously, the Ajax last time out finished semi-finalists. Could have been in the final. They threw it away against Spurs. This game taking place late kickoff on the Tuesday. Bookmakers have it 2-1 on in favour of Ajax. 11-2 for the away victory for Lille coming at you from France. 16-5 the draw. Predictions are starting to come on through. I know I said your name wrong, Maiko, because it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. I'm not sure where you're from. Maybe you're from Finland. You've got a Finnish kind of sounding name, but it's a bit tricky. Anyway, so this one must-win game, I think, for Ajax. I think if Lille is a free hit, if they were to get a point or anything more, then they were going to be in a good position. So let's take a look at what you guys are thinking for the final one here, boys. What we got coming at you. Lionel O'Neill straight out of the blocks with a 6-goal thriller. Ajax to take it. Gaming without with a 2-1 victory for Ajax as well. Football Planet 2-0 win for Ajax. Elgin Cal joins that gang as well with a 2-0 win. Mamadou Darlow with a 3-1 victory for Ajax. Liam Martin with a 3-0 win. Charles in there with an 8-goal thriller, 5-3 to Ajax. Mert 66 2-0 win for him. Gabriel Hernandez, same scoreline there. Football Cricket with a 2-1 win for Ajax. Dylan Collins going the other way, 2-1 win for the Frenchies. Son David scores with a 3-1 win for Ajax. 2-2 draw or a 3-2 victory. Best ups can't decide there. Keaton Zamurli with a 2-0 win for Ajax. Promise Fabian with a 5-goal thriller going in favour of Ajax. Harley Bardot's joined the Dutchy gang as well with a 2-0 win. Eternal 2's gone with a 4-goal thriller. 3-1 victory for Ajax. Michael Jackson with a 3-2 victory for Ajax. Blessings Chavenga with a 2-2 draw. Dylan, I'll answer your question in just a tickety-boo. He's from Estonia. All right. SLB John Alves with a 4-3 victory for Ajax. And Basement Basket with a 2-0 win for Ajax. Thank you for the love. Right, okay, so let's take a look now. My scoreline for this bad boy will be a 3-1 victory for Ajax to give the Dutchies a commanding control. So who's my current favourite player for Blackburn Rovers? Bradley Johnson's come out of nowhere. He's a new boy to the gang. I think he adds a bit of variety, a bit of spice in midfield. I think I'm falling in love with that guy. I think he's gonna be a big signing for us. Hopefully we can keep on our books for a couple of years. Obviously, Bradley Ledacarino is also a special player. Okay, so what we got? What do I think about the RB clubs? That's a very, very interesting question. Obviously, they. Well, if you put it this way, let's just say if there was such a thing as an RB Blackburn, now that would be, that could sway my mentality. But I don't really have anything. I don't have anything against them. I know they pump money into they take a team from nowhere and make them into some super juggernauts. But it's happening at Manchester City in a way. They just don't sponsor their name. They don't say Saudi Arabian oil, Manchester City. But do I go to Ewood Park? I do every now and then. Obviously, I live in the US, so it's quite hard. Do I ever rewatch my old predictions? Yes, sometimes. I have to anyway because I need to check my results to see how I get on. So I do watch it, but I don't watch it from like a year ago. But maybe I don't know. Maybe on some dark, dingy days I'll do it. Anyway, enough of I love the questions. but the time is pounding against us here, folks. So let's take a look. If these results were to come true, this is what the state of flux will look like in the groups. It is very early, so don't read too much about it. In Group A, Paris Saint-Germain will be top. Brugge will be second. Into Group B, Bayern will be top. Spurs will be second. Into Group C, it'll be Zagreb top of the pops. Manchester City will be second. Leverkusen will be tops of their group. Madrid will be second. Into Group D, I believe. I'm losing track here. Into Group E, it's Salzburg and then Liverpool, top of the pops. Inter Milan and Dortmund will be top of the pops over in Group F. And wrapping it up here, Group G, Benfica, Lyon will be top of the pops there, and Ajax and Chelsea will be top of the pops there. So that is it. In Germany, the most people hate Leipzig, but I think they play a good. They do. They're very attacking, direct, and they are very good to watch football. But the idea behind the pumping the money in and the Red Bull and the Radensport or whatever, it's yeah. I've seen. I think, do they have a Brazilian Radensport club or an RB club? They're starting to pop up everywhere. Obviously, there's some in the MLS as well. Yeah, it was a screamer. It was a screamer, Charles. It was a cracking goal. Mamadou Diallo, I will work on it. I will work on it. Again, I just want to thank you all for participating live on the show today. But again, make sure you get your predictions in a cluster down the below so we can take a look at them next week. We'll put them up on the screen and we'll see how well you guys get on. And yes, I do love it. Just to let you know that we'll be back on Monday for a live show for the Championship, and then on Tuesday for the Premier League, and we'll be back again. I don't know when the next time the Champions League. It might be next Thursday. I don't know, but we'll be back most Thursdays. Also, let you know they'll be live on Saturday on Twitch for the Blackburn Rovers watch along, the first of the season. So if you're bored, stuck for something to do on Saturday, check me out over on the Twitchosphere. Link to that bad boy's in the description down below. But yeah, this will be fun. If you're bored on Saturday, come check me out. It's not going to be just me. It's going to be some scores, some analytics, and all this kind of stuff going on behind me. It's a nice little setup, so make sure you come check that out. And yeah, again, maybe next time we'll do a bit of a lengthy question and answer. But because it's the first one, we've been chipping on here for about 45 minutes here, so it's quite a lengthy live sesh. But I've enjoyed it. I'm going to pop back to the office. Whoosh, there we go. Again. Get your predictions in the comment section down below, especially if you're not watching live, if you're watching later on the restream or whatever. Get your predictions in the comment section down below. Make sure you smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we try to do this. We're going to try and do this at least twice a week with the Premier League and the Championship, and then every other week. I don't know what let's have a quick look at the fixtures here. It looks like every other week for the Champions League. So the next Champions League one will be a week prior to the 2nd of October, so we'll be looking at like the 20-something of September. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. So, yep, I'm going to let you get out of here. Once again, thanks for the love, comments, and the chat, and all that stuff. Get your predictions in the comment section down below. We'll be back again, and I'm going to hopefully run my outro, and I'll see you all very, very soon, some other day. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.